Obedek was a humble young man, strong of spirit but poor in possessions. He lived with his blind grandmother in a small mud hut at the edge of the village. By day, he farmed the land of wealthy men. By night, he carved wooden animals and sold them in the market to buy medicine for his grandmother. Despite poverty, he carried a heart of courage and an unusual birthmark shaped like a rising sun on his shoulder, something his grandmother said was a sign of destiny. Princess Adogo hated being trapped in the palace walls. One market day, she disguised herself as a common girl and slipped out with her maid. She wandered through Umuoka village, amazed by the simple lives of the people. One wrong step made her stumble into a muddy ditch right in front of Obedek. Obedek quickly pulled her out, cleaned her clothes, and offered her water. She stared at him, captivated by his honesty, humility, and strength. He didn't know she was a princess. She didn't tell him, so began their friendship. Wealthy village girls noticed the stranger's beauty and her closeness to Obedek. They mocked him, poor man. A girl like her. Impossible. But Adogo kept visiting Umuoka secretly, learning about his struggles, his grandmother, and his dreams. Over the weeks, their friendship blossomed into something deeper, but secrets cannot hide forever. During the great festival, Adogo returned again, still disguised. She danced with the maidens and bought nighttime snacks with Obedek, but that night, trouble approached. The royal guards arrived. They were searching for the princess who had escaped the palace. When they found her, the guards bowed immediately. The villagers gasped. Obedek froze. She was the princess of Izigu. Before she was taken away, she whispered, "Do not forget me." Back in the palace, the king was furious. He declared, a princess must marry a prince or a noble, never a commoner. Adogo was forbidden from leaving the palace again, but rumors reached her father. The poor village boy had captured her heart. The king planned to erase that connection forever. When trouble struck the kingdom, raiders from the far north threatened war. The king made a proclamation: any man who wishes to marry the princess must prove himself worthy by passing the trial of warriors. Nobles celebrated, chiefs' sons prepared, but the kingdom laughed when Obedek stepped forward, a poor man with a wooden staff. Impossible. Or so they thought. During training, the royal priest saw Obedek's birthmark, the rising sun symbol. He trembled. This boy is the son of the lost General Ikena, the kingdom's greatest warrior. Everyone was shocked. Obedek was not a mere poor farmer. He was the last child of a legendary warrior family wiped out long ago during a battle. The king was shaken, but refused to show emotion. Obedek trained harder. Princess Adogo watched from her window, secretly praying for his safety. The trial of warriors arrived. Contestants faced the Valley of Spears, the Climb of Spirits, the Test of Strength, and finally, the Duel of Courage. Nobles fell one after another. Obedek, fast, strong, humble, passed each test with the courage of his forefathers. At the final duel, he faced the king's champion, a man twice his size. Obedek fought with heart, outsmarted him, and brought him to the ground. The kingdom erupted in shock. The king stood speechless. Though Obedek won the right, the king still struggled to accept him. He summoned the ancestors in the sacred chamber. His late wife, Adogo's mother, appeared in spirit and said, "Your daughter's happiness is the kingdom's strength." The king wept for the first time in 20 years. He understood. A grand celebration filled the palace. Drums thundered, masquerades danced, warriors saluted. Obedek entered the throne room in royal cloth for the first time. The king rose and announced, "Obedek, son of Ikena, warrior of Umuoka, you have earned the right to marry my daughter." Princess Adogo ran into his arms. The kingdom cheered. Poor people across the land celebrated. One of their own had risen to greatness. Obedek and Adogo were married in a ceremony unlike any other. Golden lanterns lit the night. Elders blessed them. Children sang. The blind grandmother felt the princess's face and cried tears of joy. It was the union of two destinies. Obedek became the greatest ruler Ezigu ever knew, wise, humble, fearless. Adogo became the mother of all, loved by her people. Together, they rebuilt villages, protected the weak, and restored honor to the land. And elders told their story for generations. A poor man married a princess, because royalty is measured not by wealth, but by the strength of one's heart.